The China exchange, the renminbi, is flirt in the 7 mark versus the US buck, a standard it hasn't seen with the 2008 world finance meltdown. The movements in the renminbi are close controlled, not low, since the exchange is a flash temperature in the US and China's trading warfare. The Trump card authority says China unjustly keeps its exchange low to assist increase its supply. Beijing says how's not real, and how which it is hard to do is hold the renminbi steady. So whose order? First of all, he's essential to recall the China exchange doesn't job love some currencies. He's not easily sold. The China Central Banking sets a guidance spot for it each date, and how sends a alarm to the marketplace of wherever it expects the renminbi to go. These days it is rim nearer to the 7 mark. Get a see at the diagram under. It shows how lot of the China exchange 1 US buck buys. The recent period a buck purchased 7 renminbi was 10 year back, for the world finance meltdown. Although it did get really shut to it at the end of 2016 while Donald Trump card lashed out at China for his president poll campaigning for manipulative its exchanging bet to increase China's supply, and for the US trading deficiency in China. And we are coming how mark once again now, so the more than you can get for a buck, the weaker the renminbi. Down there's no sorcery on the quantity 7, keys fair a mental spot for traders. But it is a nice sign of the path how the renminbi is take, and how is down. And on to a quantity of analysts, consisting Julian Evans Pritchard of Equity Economy, the China exchange will be by blood pressure in the month's front and is potential to concern the 7 mark. There are several reasons. The renminbi's weak is downward to a quantity of things. Partially he's due to the force of the buck, that has benefited of trust in the US economics and the reality how the US Fed backup has been increased concern rates slowly. But he's as well since the China economics is retarding downward. It grew by 6.5% in the tertiary block of the year, the slowest increase with 2009. On to equity economy, the distinction in the two countries' economical fortunes will conduct to a discrepancy in cash politics, and how frequently leads to movements in China's controlled exchanging bet. Trouble on the US-China trading war touching China's economics is as well enterprising the exchange reduce. In reality, the exchange rejected dramatically following CEO Trump card ramped up blood pressure on China over the year. Unite how in comments of US officials on how China's exchanging bet is and question how as necessary to be aimed as portion of the trading warfare, and you can see why the renminbi is by blood pressure. But there's the mockery. A weaker renminbi can assist increase by manufacturing China's supply more than appealing to the otherwise of the planet. So Beijing is trapped in a bit of a link. If it allows the renminbi to go on to loosen, it risks the ire of CEO Trump card, and increasing the trading warfare. He and CEO Xi are anticipated to encounter in November to try to solve the trading warfare, but any future weak in the renminbi could disrupt such negotiations, and do things lot worse for China. Yet, analysts say authorities in Beijing may include no selection but to let the renminbi loosen future, particularly if CEO Trump card makes nice on his pledge of stunning tariff on all of China's supply. And if how happens, increase in China could sluggish though future, menacing the nation's policy and economical sustainability. And how's thing China's by the government wants to escape at all expenses.